Welcome everybody to episode 6. 6 times I've said I love you.
No, you haven't.
We're VchiBan. This is VchiBanter. Welcome to the podcast where we do really silly things. And here are my co-hosts, Candii, Rose, and Shia. Welcome, guys.
Here we are. Welcome.
Welcome to the podcast.
Sounds like you're
I
about
love being here with my friends.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, I would love to be with my friends. I'm going to start every episode until I'm in America, reminding everyone that I'm not in America.
Yeah, you actually just showed me a really sad fan art today.
I did.
Like someone drew you and like looking sad out the window while we were all hanging out.
Actually, they were drawing me being horny for a thunderstorm, but it does look like I'm sad because I'm not with my friends. It was that initial like, oh, that's so sad. Then I was like, wait a second, that's just Candii gooning.
one of those duality pictures where it's like, what do you see when you first look at this? Is this Candii horny for a thunderstorm, or are they just really sad?
It's like, oh my god, it's like those TikToks where it's like A, horny for a thunderstorm, B, sad, C, getting ice cream with their friends, or D, none of them. And that's always D, none of them. It's always like the wrong one.
Inkblot episode where we all look at one and it's, what do you see in this?
Yeah. I like those.
That's going to be incredible for the audio listeners.
Mine's just going to be
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Yeah, watch
That's
the
fine.
videos on Spotify or YouTube.
True.
it's true.
Okay.
I'm going to be
Okay.
like, that's a dick, and then that's a dick, and then that's not one, and then that is one.
One of them eventually has to be pussy.
No,
True.
on YouTube.
No.
Like a cat, you know,
Maybe on
meow
Fansly.
meow. A pussy cat. It's different. No?
Editor, can
No.
you bleep out her saying pussy? Thanks.
They said I
About
couldn't
that
say
whole-
the
Can you
other
bleep me saying
word.
pussy?
Just bleep out that whole sentence from Rose.
They said I could say they said I couldn't say the other word. They said that word was. Well, they didn't say anything about that word.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Editor, just bleep out Rose. Just everything. she says.
Just pixelator.
Yeah. Like a fucking Animal Crossing character.
Well,
Oh,
y'all,
yeah.
how was everyone's week? What did you guys do? I have been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals, and I just got a legendary icon for Rocket. That's what I've been doing. Anyways, your turn, Candii.
I just every day. I know I've been told this is just having a normal job, but every day I have to wake up and do something immediately and spend a lot of money. It's been a fucking abysmal week for the Candii zone.
That's being an adult.
I hate it.
Well,
That's basically what I've been doing too. Though I've also been addicted to Path of Exile too. That's been
my
it's had a
God.
grip on me.
yeah, it's had a grip on you and like 10 of our other friends, and it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
It's the divide. The POE
How
or
about-
the Marvel 2 people.
How about you, Shia? Sorry, I'm butchering
I
the
did
Candii.
the most fun
That's
thing of
fine.
all.
Yeah.
I had knee surgery.
Whoa.
So fun. Yeah.
No, my life isn't super exciting right now, other than getting to hang out with these really cool friends of mine where we have a podcast. But I had knee surgery, so a lot of me is just sitting around and waiting for it to get better.
I wish you could like
That
put
sounds
your
like me
leg
all the
up.
time.
Yeah.
Just sitting around waiting for it to get better.
I wish you
Yeah.
could put your leg up because it's so straight right now. It just has like a big cast.
Fun fact, for the next couple of episodes, sorry, spoiler alert, you won't see me standing because I can, but I don't want to. It's a lot.
Shia won't stand.
No,
Yeah.
No more standing.
I don't want to.
He stands for nothing.
Nope.
Well,
Politically,
well.
socially.
Whoa.
No.
Hey.
Wait, well.
Well.
Hmm.
Candii, speaking
What?
of which, I had a burning question. If there was
Oh
like
boy.
hypothetically, if there was like a giant tsunami or something that was incoming, what are some items that you would take if you were escaping?
Now listen, here's the thing. I had a really compelling dream where VchiBan and I was in a tsunami situation where we saw it coming, and then everyone started grabbing stuff, and Buff and Rose and Shia grabbed like pets and like packaged food and toilet paper and like toiletries, and I grabbed D&D dice and perfume and some books because I was like, we can barter for goods when the society establishes itself, and no one And I don't think that was a good idea.
Candy's
And I was
over here
mostly
playing
just
like
weighed down.
Fallout, and we're like actually trying to survive.
Candy went for
Yeah.
the valuables, but how do we know what the currency is going to be? What do you think our currency would be? Because like games like Fallout have like pop caps, and then other people use rocks. I don't know.
Well, I think it would depend because like if you were on a beach, I would do like seashells, or if you're in a forest, I'd do acorns.
well, that'd be
Well, I
too
don't think
easy.
we were-
It would
Yeah,
have to
you
be
would
something where you can
counterfeit
make
it.
your
That's
own
why
money.
That's why the tsunami was so crazy, because we were in the middle of like a desert.
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
it
how
wasn't
does-
like
wait.
at the beach. That's why it was
Wait,
so
how-
wild.
Wait, how does a tsunami happen in the desert?
Exactly.
Oh, was
Your
it like a
mind
sand?
is a wonderful
just
place,
like-
Candy.
It looked like, yeah, but it was very harrowing and in detail. Then we were like trying to drive a car, and I feel like Pedro Pascal was there, which helped. Which could have been what?
Was it like Dune? Like that that movie?
I did watch Dune recently. That could be part of it, maybe.
Oh.
That's absolutely it. if we're in a giant, just like abyss of like of just surrounded by sand, just like in a giant desert, that's it.
Yeah.
It's definitely Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
The
I was
only
thinking.
thing that I know about Dune is the bucket.
The bucket.
The one that
What?
looks
The
like
popcorn bucket.
yeah, the popcorn bucket.
The fuckable bucket.
Yeah.
I was like,
The one that's like a
I don't
big
know.
circle, and it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a big like.
it's
whatever.
a worm. Yeah.
It's a worm.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
worm.
That's the
Yeah.
only
People were
thing I
like-
know about it. I don't actually even know what it's about.
I'm gonna
Worms.
go to the movie theaters with my
Oh.
bucket, and you can't see me in the dark.
Yeah, there's a bunch of sandworms, and basically they're really hot, and everyone kind of has to like resist from trying not to put it in at one of them,
I don't
It's
think
like-
I'd be able to resist that.
Then they made a second movie where one of them actually gets to like third base with the worm.
If that actually happened, I would actually watch the movie.
Yeah.
Don't watch it;
I
it's long
just-
and overrated. I said it.
Oh,
I said it.
Yeah.
Sorry, it is. It's convoluted, and it's just sand. Bad guys, angry,
It's-
not angry
Nah.
enough. You die.
Nah.
Worms. Let's change the world. That's it. That's it.
The thing is, it's a fable slash like mythological perspective. It's of a story. It's not like the characters and their emotional. It's not really about like the characters. It's about like what they symbolize. So it feels very detached as an audience because it's like a lot of like fable-esque things happening. Buff, I see you.
Why
But
is Buff copying your every movement?
because I was having an actually moment, but I was agreeing with Shia that I think that the reason that it's so it's difficult to keep up with or like it's like, oh yeah, I guess like a bunch of big stuff is happening is because it's trying to be like a religious like not manifesto but like a religious story, I would argue.
Are the worms like the Pope?
No, they are the sex objects that people have to resist because they made a second movie where someone gets to third base with one of the worms.
Okay.
I'm starting to not believe that that's what that's about, Shia.
Why? Shia is a reliable source.
Why do you?
He
why do you
watches
think
movies
they
all
made
the time.
popcorn buckets like that?
I'm
Because
trying to
I feel like
extrapolate.
this is all a ruse because you know I'm gullible and you know I'll believe it, and then I'm gonna end up going like talking to someone about this movie and then being like, oh yeah, it's the one where everyone wants to fuck the worms,
That's
and then
it.
they're gonna be like, what? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, they want to
their
fuck the
blue goop
worms.
to satiate their needs for not wanting to get lustful with the worms because it's so dangerous. But they can extract the blue goop from them.
I like how this is in parts true, but then in parts like not. Like it's
I
it's an
knew
interesting
it!
overlap.
I knew it wasn't true.
Yeah, the blue goop part isn't true, Rose.
Actually, that part is true. That's the true part.
Hey, that was a joke, Candy. I wanted her to
Actually,
believe
that's the
the
true
fucking part.
Actually, that's the real
That's
part.
the real part. You said you didn't watch it.
No, I don't like movies.
How do
I
you know
don't
about
watch
Blue Goop?
movies either.
No, I don't want any movies. No, Candy. I almost just
That's
like
a lie.
way out the back here. No, Candy.
No, but you like animated movies.
I do. I did. Oh, I watched that one that you suggested. Look
Oh,
Back.
I was gonna ask, did you watch Look Back? You did.
Yeah.
It's sad, right?
Sad. It's fat. It's really, really, really fucking sad.
Is that
Yeah,
the one
but it's
about
good.
the artist?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I
watched
saw
that.
that one too. Yeah,
It's really sad, but I like it a lot.
is.
That's
It
cute.
made me want to
too.
draw again, so that's like nice.
I think that's the point, right? Like that's like kind of like the point of the movie.
Yes.
I started drawing again, but nothing that you guys can look at. Well, you guys can look at, but nothing that
I already looked
you
at.
guys can look at.
It's okay. Same here.
Are you drawing-
You know.
Some penis?
No.
Oh, okay. Got scared there. Sorry, I thought
I like-
that I'd have to call
I
the
would
local
never
church.
do that.
Never, ever.
Scare me. Don't do
I've
that
never
again.
wanted to leave a Discord call more than just then. Like me listening to Shia's line delivery of that made me want to like leave the server.
That's why everyone left the theater when I was the lead in the musicals, you know?
What? Did that happen?
No. I was just making a joke from kid.
What the fuck?
Oh my
Shia,
god.
dude,
Well, you have a
he's
musical
lying.
history, so I know, but I
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Shia's good at that. He does
Yeah.
have a musical history though. You played things.
Yeah, wait, musical like I'm playing things or like musical like I'm theater boy?
Theater.
Because I
Theater
did both.
boy.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. But
That's what I was talking about. That's what I was
You-
hinting at. You did
Oh,
things. You
okay,
did,
it's just yeah, I did some things. Guy yelled at me one time when I was in 7th grade because I had a small part in a musical. It wasn't even like a debut date of it, and there was nobody watching except for him. It was a dress rehearsal, and I forgot to walk on stage, grab an apple from a guy, and then walk back off stage. And I missed it. It was like 5 seconds. It literally changes nothing. And just from the back of the theater, he just goes, Shia, I'm very disappointed in you.
Oh my god.
And I was in 7th grade, so I didn't feel really good about that. Also, he didn't get the job next year anyways. Don't know why. Maybe because he was yelling at kids.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's so fucked up.
That pretty much is the same as my experience in theater in high school. So yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just megalomaniac teachers that are like there's not all teachers teach because they couldn't do the job they wanted, but there are I feel like theater teachers just like don't always end up there because they wanted to be a theater teacher. Well, that was my experience with
Yeah.
that particular one. Like
Yeah.
he didn't want to be there.
I feel like the same thing happens with art teachers too. Like they're just like looking at the kids are like, wow, that looks really good. You can draw that cartoon shit or whatever. And then they're just like, that's not realism, so you get a 0. And I'm like, great, thank you. I
Yeah,
had
but
this
then you're like, look at me now, bitch.
yeah, I had this one teacher where I wanted to be a cartoonist, so I was like drawing like a lot of like cartoon characters and stuff like that. And they would always give me an F at every single project because they would be like, it's not realism, so. And then I complained. So we had 2 different art teachers. We had like the drawing one, and then we had like the sculpting one. And I really liked the sculpting one. I didn't ever have his class, and I was jealous because people had his class, but he was really cool. Anyways, I went to talk to him, and I was like, hey, is this like wrong for me to like be a cartoonist and blah, blah, blah? And then he was like, no, I don't know why she's doing that. I'm going to go talk to somebody. And then she did not come back the next year.
Ooh.
So,
Oh.
Honestly,
I had-
deserved.
yeah.
I had the same experience with the teacher where like we had to submit a sketchbook of like of still life and stuff like that. So I did a full sketchbook of still lifes. And then I also did a second sketchbook, which was like cartoons and whatever I wanted to draw, just like original stuff. And then she failed me because she was like, the second sketchbook like disqualifies you from getting a mark. And I was like, I did all of the work and then I did more work. Like, and you're gonna. And
You
then
should
she
have
also
got extra
didn't come back.
credit.
I did the
Yeah.
project that you wanted. Like,
Mm.
I know,
also
our
got an
teachers are
auto-
weird.
I think they're just
I was-
bitter.
Yeah.
Was this like high school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh, man, high school is a good
Ugh.
kickstart,
Ugh.
I guess, but man, it is so touchy
Pointless?
with
Oh.
it can be very pointless depending on what professor, like people that you have, like teachers that you have, and so could college. It could be total trash depending on what professors you have because it could really just not be worth it.
Pulls
I
out a
literally-
cigarette. Oh, the stories I could tell.
The stories
I literally, I think I definitely have told you guys this story before, but one time I had I had my sketchbook, like you did, Candii, where I had like all like cartoons and stuff on it. And it was a lot easier for me to draw something and listen to somebody than me staring at somebody and then listen, because if I started staring at somebody, then I would start like thinking about something else. So if I was doing something else and then like listening to them, it was a lot easier. So, and I told this to multiple teachers. I was like, hey, like, because I had to defend myself because my mom, whatever, she wasn't around. And then, so I was like, hey, like, I have this, I don't know what this thing is because this is like early 2000s. Nobody knows what the hell is going on. And I was like, hey, I have this thing where like I pay attention when I'm drawing better. Is that okay? And then the teachers were like, well, we'll just see how it goes throughout this first year. I did it. Got A's in all those classes, okay? And then the one class that didn't allow me to do that was my science class, or my social studies class. Excuse me, my social studies class. And there was my mythology class teacher. She literally talked to my social studies teacher person and was telling him that she was failing because she wasn't doing this thing, which was like the drawing thing. And he was like, I don't care. And he was like, I don't know how old he was. He was like fucking old and like grouchy. And he was like, I don't care. She's not paying attention and blah, blah, blah. And my mythology teacher was like, okay, like just see how she does. Obviously flunked his class. And then there was one time where he took my sketchbook and he was like, oh, I see you're drawing it. He took it and just like threw it away. And then I was like, oh, okay. And of course, like I went to go grab it after class. Like I just like took it out of the trash and like grabbed it. And then I immediately went to the principal's office and I told him and I was like, hey, this happened in class and I don't know if the teacher's bullying me or what's going on. He got fired a week later. Like a week later. Not even like a whole year. He was gone. And I was like, whoopsies. And he was the kind of guy that would drive, every time I'd see him driving to work, he would drive like this. Like he would have his arms like up like this. He would drive like, and I'm like, why are you driving like that?
Old man
I don't
driving.
know. He would just drive with his arms like up like this, and he would have like his wheel, and he was like, and like
You
pissed
look
off.
like
He was
you're
like,
crucified like Jesus fucking Christ.
he would just do that. I don't know
Dude.
why.
I have like a 2-second story, and then I want to hear from Rose and Shia. But I had a teacher in college, and he would always say to me, like, basically something to the effect of like, women can't draw as well as men because I don't have an eye for it or something like that. And he was like in his 60s or 70s. And then he would always make comments about how he's like, I hate life drawing because all the models are ugly as fuck and it's always like fat women and I wish that it was like sexy young women. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then, yeah. And then
Holy shit.
at the end of semester, the way that he graded it, because he was like, I don't want to be biased, so I want to grade people without knowing like the names of the projects or whatever. So it was a storyboarding class. I got top marks, got like 100%. And then I told like we had to like go up and get our work when he held it up, and he was like, this isn't. I don't think that makes sense. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I just don't think that like you did. And like I had to like argue why it was my art, because he was just like, he just couldn't believe that a girl got top marks. It was the most like everyone clapped thing ever, but holy fuck, dude. My roommate was there with me in that class. It was just the worst.
Everyone disliked that.
Yeah, I was like, tough, dude, crazy.
My sister's a nude model for art. She does it every
Really?
summer.
That's sick.
Yep.
Dude,
Oh,
your
fun.
sister is a nude model when she just comes to visit.
Yeah, that's true. She
What?
just walks around the house naked.
She just walks around.
She doesn't care.
Damn.
And yeah. she
All
does that.
I
right.
guess that makes sense. Like she just doesn't have like pretense about nudity. She's
Nah,
very
she doesn't
wild.
care. She's a wild child.
Yeah, checks out.
Anyways, your guys' turn on that side of the table.
Tell us your trauma.
Dude, trauma or like school stuff?
Teacher trauma.
Oh, is that the same thing?
They're not the same. See, I was a goody two-shoes in school, but I just didn't do my homework and stuff. So everything in school, like I was just like well-behaved. They just were like, you just need to apply yourself, blah, blah, blah. Where I just didn't want to do homework or pay attention or anything. But I was nice and I didn't like disrupt anything. So they were just like, you're just going to fail if you do that. And I was like, okay. I guess
I
I'll
was
fail
a good
then.
at shoes as well, but I also still got shit on by teachers.
They would just pull me aside and be like, are you okay? You're not doing good in school. Is there anything you need help with? And they try and like help me, which is like sweet. But I didn't want to talk to them because I was an edgy teenager and I just didn't care. So I was just like, I'm just going to keep failing. And then I switched schools because I got bullied too much.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude.
I switched schools because they ran out of art classes, and I said, "Fuck you! I want to do more art." Because they were like, "You can't do any more
Oh.
curricular art activities," and I was like, "Haha! I'll go to a different school," and I did.
Honestly, based.
I got bullied by this girl, and then I never said anything back. And then one time because she made fun of my younger brother, who I don't get into specifics, but he has something with him where like people would make fun of him. So she was like ragging on me for my younger brother, and I said something. It was something really simple. I was like, "That's like big words coming from a chick that looks like an eggplant." And then she moved schools.
Which
So-
is funny because
Oh.
look at you now. You look like the eggplant.
True.
Look
Yeah,
how
Because
cool
you're
you are.
purple.
Yeah. I think she tried to dye her hair like, I don't know. There was another girl that called me fat, and then I said that again. I was like, we're like the same size. And then she moves, like she got really upset, and I think she moved schools. I don't know. I like, but I don't know, man. My school was crazy. I could have a whole fucking podcast episode about the shit that happened to me in high school.
Your school, every time you talk about your school, it reminds me of '09. Like that. Like that's
Oh
what
my
it reminds
god,
me of.
yeah.
It's like exactly like that. Like girls doing coke in the bathroom and it's like totally fine. And then one girl's
like,
like,
Oh,
Oh, dude, I have
There
one.
was-
Yeah, oh my god.
there was a senior prank one year where somebody brought a bunch of adult recreational toys that were very floppy, and they must have bought like 50 of them, and just started throwing them around the school throughout the day.
oh.
And then somebody just had to like go off like finding and cleaning them, and I didn't see any of them because I skipped school that day. But then I came in the next day and I was like, Rose, did you see all the freaking dongs everywhere? And I was like, no. And they're like, yeah, it was crazy yesterday. They were everywhere. They were in the gym. Oh my god, the coach had to go grab one and throw it away. It was so funny. I was like, what is happening?
That's a pretty good prank.
Also, there were bomb threats
That's a
like
good one.
every other week. I don't know why.
oh, well, because it's school in America. So
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah, that's really all I remember.
Anyway, Shia, how about you?
Have I had any bad high school interactions?
Yes. Well, I mean, like, I guess teacher or whatever.
Nah, I mean, I haven't had any really bad high school teachers. I had a lot of, I lived in the middle of nowhere, and a lot of the teachers that worked there, actually, a lot of them were relatively young, and I think none of them gave a shit at all. No one cared.
Oh.
They didn't care at all. So like, it wasn't like the best high school, but it did the job, I guess. There's a handful of my teachers that went to jail after I left, but it wasn't like anything that I did. It was just like one of the PE teachers just like wrestling with the boys a little bit too much, so he went to jail. And then one of the math teachers that I did have for trigonometry, something like that. In his free time, he was a photographer. So
Great.
he just didn't take him.
Oh, that reminds me. I have a science teacher that liked swimming with the boys a little bit too much.
That's wild, dude.
And then he got arrested too.
It's crazy. It's crazy because then going through college with friends who have like education, like that's what they're shooting for, is to have an educational degree to work with kids and just knowing their mindset and stuff and how people just like get it. We don't have to dive into the subject. It's just like, I don't know. They're all adults. They can be shitty people too, and it turns out a lot of them just are.
Yeah, high school's crazy.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, I didn't have so many bad high school teachers, but I had I think my psychology teacher in college wanted to kiss me,
Huh?
if not more. Older lady, she only ever winked at me like and often during class, and she offered for me to come to her office like after hours to speak with her, but for like no reason.
College
I
or
had
high
an
school?
A in the class.
High school.
College.
Oh, college.
Yeah, college.
College.
Okay, college
Professor.
is still weird, not as weird.
Well,
Yeah, not as weird because
Still weird,
they're all
though.
adults-ish,
Was
but,
she
like,
cute?
Yeah,
you
but
know,
there's a power dynamic.
Oh, for sure. Which
Was she hot though?
she was grandmotherly.
Oh.
So yes.
So I guess
she was
not.
what I would
Oh.
refer to as sweet, but she was
Mm.
insistent on talking with me. I don't know if it's because I always that was like one of the classes where I was oddly talkative in. I was just like, actually, I know that. What it would just always be. She would always call on me because I was her little shining boy that she wanted to kiss.
Cool.
Or maybe that's just me maybe wanting her to kiss me. I think I wanted my psychology grandmother in college to kiss me.
Is that what you're coming with?
That's
Do you know
your
what happens
conclusion?
to you often, Shia, that I think about all the time? About you wanting to kiss or whatever?
What?
Like every other night you dream about a dragon or something like that. And like I can't get over it. Like it's like one day he'll be like, yeah, I was like having really fun times with this dragon in the middle of like a park, and then like a week later it'll be like, yeah, now I was in like this dragon's mouth and like all this stuff was happening. I was like, why are you what is happening? Like
I've had
Shia, are you being
three.
put on blast right now? What's happening?
I've had 3 dragon dreams, and I'm gonna walk us through all of them. Not because anyone wants to hear about it.
YouTube
But
safe.
We've already started it. I'll keep it safe for the podcast.
Oh boy.
I need to know.
The first one was I don't know what it was. I was just slaying a dragon, and by slaying I mean I was slaying deep. and a
Slaying.
blue dragon but it was in the driveway of my childhood home's neighbor. And I didn't like that neighbor. They were mean. So I guess I just slayed a dragon in their driveway to like smite them and be like, watch this, guys. Like, and just go for it. The second dream, I don't know how to describe this. Without the I don't. There was a dragon.
Okay.
Approaching me from behind, but
Scary.
its tail was very how do I
Prehensile?
say this? Candy, what are you looking at me like this?
Was
like
it
this? Like,
prehensile?
was it like Candy? Let's do
It's
that thing we
like
did
they
earlier.
could, you know how they could use their tail
Oh.
to like reach around.
Wait, try it, like
to-
this. Was it like this? Yeah.
Oh,
Was it
for
like
sure.
that?
Yeah, like that. But yeah. And then the third one happened recently, like only like a week or two ago. I had a dream where I was on it's funny, I tweeted about it, but I didn't tell the full details about it, except for to the people that were actually involved in it. It was so funny. It's probably because I was talking to them recently, and who knows, maybe I watched Dune recently and saw like one of those, hyper worms, and it was just like, gotta get some of that. Anyways, I had a dream where I was on a dance floor and I saw my friends. And I went up to them and I was just like, hey guys, look at this cool necklace. And they're like, that's so cool. And they just go, ha, and shove their fingers in my mouth. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm a dragon. And everyone started coming over and putting their fingers in my mouth. And I think I have a new dragon Sona.
What does that look like?
I was like red and black.
That's so like high school.
Typical.
Like
It's
I was
DeviantArt
like,
I know,
Right.
but like I looked down and I'm like, that's just what was there. Listen, I can't
Damn.
listen. It was the scales I was born with. In my
Shia's just. I mean, Candy's
brain,
just
dude.
flabbergasted.
Dude, I'm consistently dreaming up dragons. I don't know what it is, and I'm not upset by it at all. I have very weird and vivid dreams that I often remember, and it's not a flex. I'm just kind of happy about that. I should start writing them down because there are some that I
yeah.
forget, and later I'll be like, oh yeah, that one was weird.
Yeah.
I have lots of dreams like that, so I feel you. But usually
dragon
it's
ones?
not.
Dragons?
Not.
Candii,
well,
what's your
I
dragon?
would fuck a dragon, obviously.
Okay, we know you would, but
we
what's
all
your
would.
version
I
of their
feel like
dragon in
I
your
would be
dreams?
like pearl, like opalescent. I could be white with like shiny scales.
What are we talking about?
All I heard was.
Andy said they would be a shiny pearlescent dragon.
You were a princess? You were your own princess? Is that
With
what
a
you said?
tiara on my dragon Sona, yeah.
Little tail with my little wings and fly around and go flap flap.
With a wing. I have cool wings. I'd be able to fly. I don't be a dragon that can't fly. That's fucking embarrassing.
It's
I
like
always
if you were a pony. Like, why even be a pony in Pony World if you can't even have wings or a unicorn
True.
and use magic?
Or a
Yeah.
horn.
I've never seen My Little Pony, by the way, but I'm just saying, out of the ones that I see, I would be so jealous. I might be depressed all the time if I didn't have wings or couldn't use magic in that world. Oh, what? I'm just a horse? Great. What am I going to do? What?
Says the
Oh,
one
the
person
cutie
with a
mark.
horse model here.
Oh.
That would be really sad. That would be kind of
You need
sad.
to
All
give
your
it
friends are like,
wings.
flying around. They're like, oh my god, we're gonna fly to we're gonna go to Forest Cafe, and you're like, okay, well, I gotta fucking walk. So like, it's gonna be stupid.
Right?
There.
Oh my god.
I always have this one consistent dream where I'm like, it's like almost like Little Nightmares-esque, where it's this really tall house. So like the house is like up here, and then it's like it's like held. It's almost like what's it called? Lemony Snickets or whatever, where it's like
Oh, yeah.
where
It's
it's
like
like
whimsical horror. Like, there's like a bunch
Yeah.
of warped like buildings and stuff, and it feels, yeah.
yeah, it's like that, but the house is like up here, and then like it's held by like. Have you ever seen those houses in like Maine, where they're like above the water and they have like those like wood stilts? Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
like that, but it's like all the way down, and I'm like in the house, and I'm like, and it's like water underneath, and I'm like, it's gonna fall, and like that's the dream I have all the time,
Cool.
and I don't know what that is, but I have that all the time, and sometimes there's a dead body in the floorboards, but I don't know why.
Oh,
Oh.
boy.
Love that.
Oh, boy.
I looked it up, and it's not. a murderous intent. It's a longing of wishing you had a connection with somebody, and that somebody is that dead body. But in my world, in my dream palace, it's nobody. I don't know who they are.
Huh.
Rose, what is your dream dragon?
My dream dragon?
Yeah, your equivalent.
Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna probably disappoint everybody listening and you guys. I'm not into dragons.
Honk, snore,
I-
snoo, snoo.
I don't
That's
think
not-
that's what Shia meant.
I
Oh,
was
you
gonna
mean
say,
if I
that's
had a
not what-
dragon sauna?
No.
What
Like,
is
what do you dream about?
right?
Oh, usually it's just like a lot of death and like world ending and like weird eldritch creatures like
Fuck
setting
you?
houses on fire.
Oh.
And 3D moose, but I talked about that in an episode already. So I don't want to go over that one.
That's
Oh,
true. You
and
did.
also my dad turned into a goldfish. But I think I talked about that one too.
Did you flush him?
No, I was sad and I was grieving that he was going to die.
Oh, I would have flushed him.
Oh.
Yeah, I was
And
in a
it-
house floating in space.
I had a
Cool.
dream one time that I ran over a deer in the middle of the night and its head came off and came through the windshield and it started eating me.
What?
Oh,
Dude, that's
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 why I'm like really,
crazy.
I really don't like what is it?
Huh?
The stuffed taxidermy heads and stuff like on walls. It was
Oh.
just like that. Like the head's gonna come off the wall and just start eating me. I don't like
It
it.
reminded you just reminded me of a dream that I didn't talk about, which is I was in the ocean in one of those shark cages, and then my friend was there too, and they went out of the shark cage to go over to the shark, and then the shark started chewing on his head, and you could see a dent in his head from it, and then I had to go like bring him to the surface of the water, and there was this floating city that was like a bunch of wooden rafts with cabins on them, and they didn't have any healthcare facilities, and so I had to just leave my friend in the water and go ask them what to do, and they said it would be like 3 days until a helicopter would come with healthcare, and I was like,
Very
that bitch
American
is so
core.
dead,
Uh,
and
Yeah,
I'm just in the
that's
middle of the
classic.
ocean of some random raft city.
Classic America.
yep.
Classic.
Yeah, basically.
Can you do that? Can you do the? Someone said in the episode 4 that they were sad that you didn't go episode. So can you just go episode 6? Can you do
Yeah,
that?
episode 6. Come on,
No.
Candy.
Oh,
No.
okay. Well,
It comes to me when I need to remind us of what we're doing when we get off track or say some fucked up shit.
oh,
There is a reason.
So we're doing
that I
too
do
good
it.
of a job then.
Episode 6.
hell yeah!
I
well, you have
just-
to go
it
like
comes
you have
to
to
me.
go.
What the fuck?
Like
Am I
that.
like a performing episode 6?
Yeah, episode 6.
Match.
Episode 6.
I feel like I could do a whole episode about dreams that I've had and fucked up shit that happened to me in high school. That's my thing. So I'm,
Me too,
I'm
but
not that I
feel
don't
like-
have more to contribute, but I could so much stuff.
Nah, I feel that. I'm good.
I feel like it would all be really messed up stuff, but I could absolutely do it. And I'm down to if we're down for that.
Well, we have a whole podcast, you know. I'm sure the stories will come up organically as we think of them.
Oh, true.
We have a podcast,
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude.
And we
Right.
also have a Fansly page.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Today we're gonna thank our sponsor, Fansly. Do you want to see all the VTubers' hips and maybe a little bit of flexing on some secret pages? Go to fansly.com/VTuber, where you can find everything you need, such as VTubers, and maybe you'll find me there, and the rest of VchiBan. Which, by the way, VchiBan also has a Fansly page as well. I love Fansly! So go check out Fansly/VTuber and let them know that we sent you. Enjoy the rest of the podcast.
That was my
Fansly
surprise.
VchiBan page, and then we each have our individual ones too, if you want.
Oh.
to dive in a
Yeah.
little bit to everybody's little, you know.
We also have
Candy?
a GamerSupps code. I
Yes.
don't think we've ever
Yes.
mentioned.
Check out
We
the
do.
link below. GamerSupps.
Code VchiBan.
Code
Yeah, I was gonna say- Use
10%
code
off using
VchiBan
code-
for 10% off.
GamerSupps.
It
And-
directly helps the podcast.
It
Yeah.
directly supports, like, literally the podcast, all of us, and the
Yeah.
podcast as a
Yeah.
whole. So that's cool. It
And
lets us
we
go
love
do more
GamerSupps.
things, you know?
We
Pretty
do.
sick.
And maybe
Love
if you
GamerSupps.
guys do enough with the code, maybe they'll give us a VchiBanter cup. So I think that would be really cool. So make sure to use the code so that we could get that cup.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be really dope and cool.
You put your
I think
cup
we'd all look
next
really
to
cute
the
on that.
VchiBan cup next to the buff cup, and then we'll each, if it goes really
Yeah.
well, we all get cups, and then you just have like 5 cups of VchiBan.
Have a whole bunch of cups.
That'd be
We'll be
pretty
your
cool.
entire pantry.
Yeah, I think a VchiBanter cup would be sick.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
That would be cool.
Thumbs up.
So for this episode, I actually reached out to the VchiBan community
Oh,
and
I was like,
asked
who? Go on, sorry.
and asked if they had any questions that they wanted to ask for us
I
on
love
the
that.
podcast.
Whoa!
So I picked out some of the questions because there was
All
a
right,
lot
I'm
of
ready.
them. And some of them we actually already answered in like previous episodes. So I'm gonna pull up some of them. I thought some they're pretty cute. Listen, I like this one that was
I'm
just
ready
like, what was your first
tickles.
gaming system and what was your first game that you played? Since we're all a little bit of gamers here.
Ooh. My first system was the NES.
Mm.
I don't know what my first game was, but the ones that I remember the most vividly are Duck Hunt with the clicky gun, the one that goes, and also, Buff, are you good? Your feet are like in my fucking face.
Oh, in your face. Okay.
They're in your lap. They're in my face.
That-
Just
You can't
listen
show
to
that for
everyone's
free.
Answers.
Anyway, so aside from Duck Hunt, Super Mario Brothers 3, I have played and completed that a million times over. And also Bubble Bobble.
Have you ever
Yeah.
played Duck Hunt VR?
No,
should play it.
Whoa, that one's fun.
I would play that.
Yeah,
should
you
play it.
should.
Anyways, that's
miss
really cool.
Beat
I love
Saber.
Bubble Bobble. My sister and I used to play Bubble Bobble at the pizza place.
No one
when
I
we were
know
kids.
knows what it fucking is, but my
Why?
mom and dad played it like before I was born. And when they got married, they went to a convenience store that had arcade cabinets and played it before their reception because they were bored.
Aw, that's cute. No, we went to, my sister and I used to go to this pizza place like every Friday. It was in town, and they had a Bubble Bobble machine and a 100 gun game or whatever, but no one wants to play
Yeah.
that shit. So we played Bubble Bobble, and it was really fun.
Based.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yay.
What about one of you fuckers?
I
Hello?
I'm trying to
was
remember
waiting
the
to see if Candy would say something, but they're
I'm trying to remember the
thinking.
question.
being Candy. My
Yeah, Shia, go.
your my first like official console was that I bought myself was a Nintendo GameCube, and then I played Luigi's Mansion was the first thing that I bought. But my parents had a Sega Genesis that they bought together, and so I played that a lot as a kid, and we had so many cartridges, so many games. It was fun.
Ooh.
My
that's
neighbor
fun.
had one and I wanted it so fucking bad.
Was
I
the
never got
was the
it.
question the first console we bought it for ourselves?
What
Or
is your
this
first
just-
gaming system, and what game was what was your first game on it?
I can go next.
Okay.
Like now, next or next after Candy? Candy, what was your
Whatever.
No
first?
buff.
Tell me
No buff. Go.
one.
I had a Nintendo. Move over, Candy. I had a Nintendo 64, and my first game was a game called Silicon Valley, and it scared the fuck out of me because it was about animals that were robots and they breathe heavy and they go when you like are dying, and it's really scary, and I don't like it.
And now
they
you're a
make, like, really
furry.
gross.
It's funny
that-
how we manifest our fears into things that we enjoy.
Like me, figuring out later that I like to get choked by stronger men.
Me too.
Does that have to do with video games?
No.
No.
Candy, it's your turn.
I don't know
Candy.
if I like getting choked.
Candy,
It feels like that can't be the only thing. Yes.
how do I?
Candy.
Why are you holding my neck like that? Just choking me. So I was going through a moment because the first system that I would have had must have been a Sega. But I'm like trying to think if that was because my parents were very much gamers. So I think we haven't had like an Atari or something. Like I remember playing games that were literally just like black and white. But I remember doing Echo the Dolphin and Sonic and Mario.
The first
But-
time I saw Echo the Dolphin was a speedrun on AGDQ.
Echo the Dolphin, I don't even remember playing it. I just know that it was like I was just like, wow, it's just so pretty. And then the first console that I bought for myself was my Switch.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I grew up with like Sony and PlayStation as opposed to Nintendo. So like I only really had Nintendo stuff like when I was like a baby.
Yeah, I feel like when you at least I don't know, when you move out, I feel like the consoles that you buy, at least around the time that we probably all moved out, was like a PlayStation or like a Switch.
I
or
just skipped a
something,
Wii U.
or like a DS, maybe like a DS kind of feels
But that
like.
wasn't I didn't buy a DS for myself though. I had a that was my point.
I
It was
was
like
gifted
the first
one.
console that I bought for myself, which was my Switch, because I don't like playing stuff on console. I don't like sitting on the couch and being separate to my computer. I feel like
I
it's
think
a
the
waste.
first console I bought was a PSP because I wanted to play Monster Hunter.
Oh,
the
interesting.
I never
old
had
one.
a PSP ever.
Mm.
Yeah, I only got it because the person that I liked wanted to play Monster Hunter with me, and I was like, I'll play Monster Hunter with you. I just need to go buy one, haha. And then I was like, oh, that's expensive. Oh, I'm poor, haha. And then I bought it anyway.
Oh. I thought you were gonna be like, and then I stole it.
No, I would have if I was a little younger, though.
Dang. Yeah, I never had a PSP. Although I will say, I have had a PSP recently because a pup, aka a fan, gave me a PSP with art on it and also pictures of me and my favorite songs that I like, and it's all like custom PSP. And it's
That's
really
so cute.
Don't mind me, Buff. I'm just
yeah.
bending.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why are you
reality
doing
over
that right now? I'm like literally in the middle of conversation, and you're jiggling your fat personalities. What's going on?
I love Candy's
here. It comes out.
personality.
Like I actually don't know. It's just
Do we have to title this one "Candy Loses It Again"?
no, because Shia lost it.
Try
Dude,
to
I'm
lose
losing
round.
it constly, but I just bottle it up like a male.
What?
What the fuck?
That's a first.
Holy shit. I can't believe you just said that. Holy shit.
Would you guys say, have you had any bad family vacations?
Is that
Oh my
part of the
God.
questions?
That's
Immediately.
That's a community
Oh.
question, yeah.
2011.
All right, hold on, wait. 1 second. 1 second.
I have nightmares about this, and it's
One
so
second.
not even a problem.
I'm scared.
I don't have a family. How am I supposed to participate in this
Oh, she
conversation?
left because she
I
didn't.
left.
Okay, well,
I'm gone.
you have to. Well, you got to come back. You at least indulge in other people's families.
She's gonna hate my story.
All right,
Oh,
let's hear
yeah.
it, Candy. What is it?
So this is very spoiled of me to say, but I'm still gonna go through it. I'm still gonna
Say
say it. I was like 19. My whole life, my family had been like, we want to go to Disneyland, like at some point. And because it's like a really expensive trip, because it's Australia to America, we just kept putting it off. Right, because we'd go to Queensland. So every year we'd go to Queensland and go to the Australian theme parks. And then eventually my grandma was like, fuck it. So she took like all my like immediate family, my cousins and their kids, my grandma, my other, like it was like 20 of us. But the problem was that my parents didn't, like none of the parents trusted any of us. Even though I was 19, they didn't trust us to be alone. So at Disneyland, we had to walk around as a pack of 20 and we couldn't separate at any time for like a week straight. And my sister and my cousin like fought the whole time. And I had to like, which was like kind of like where like it was like me and my cousin, my sister were like one little friend group. And then there was like the younger kids. So I had that happening the whole time. And I didn't get to go to any of the character meet and greets. I didn't get to do any of the stuff that I wanted to do. I didn't really get to buy any merch. I was like literally on a fucking like child leash when I was like 19 at Disneyland. And it was like the most like I have nightmares about it. Like it was just fucking abysmal. My mom literally afterwards was like, Candy, I'm so sorry. We have to do this again sometime when it's just you and me, because this was just not it. It was, yeah.
Yeah, geez. Not
just-
having your own freedom while being 19 would be.
Yeah, they were like, you might get lost. And I'm like, it's fucking Disneyland. It's fucking Disneyland. And so like no one wanted to do like any of the stuff that I wanted to do, because I wanted to, was like an art class. Like, there's like lots of little things that I was like, oh, that'd be fun. They're like, no, we're gonna go do this roller coaster again. I was like, fuck.
I'm coming back. I felt like a Sims in
Welcome
the
back.
background, like dancing.
You did great.
You look
Thank
like
I was losing it.
I'm
Fun
back.
story though. My dad pretended to mug my mom and she screamed really loud. That was funny. That was a highlight.
Wait, that's
Yeah.
so based.
We were like we went to San Francisco for a day to shop, and then like the tour guide was like, watch out, people will try and mug you, and my dad was like, better watch out. So my mom was like, okay. And she went up to an ATM and was like getting out some cash, and he ran up behind her and was like, give me your purse. And she screamed and like almost fell over. And then he was just laughing at her.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That's fucked up.
I think it's funny.
That is pretty
Yeah, it was
funny.
pretty funny. She was
I do
not
have one
impressed.
family story, but it's not about family. It's about Shia.
Oh.
Oh.
I might. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, give it.
It's kind of family related. You guys
Okay.
have heard of this one, I think. One time I went to the beach with my mother and my sister, and I was just talking to Shia at this point, and I think I known him for like maybe like a year-ish, maybe very, very new into our relationship, friendship, whatever you want to call it, okay? And so I I was like talking to him on the phone, and I was like, yeah, la la, like I have to go out to dinner with my family, blah blah blah. And he was like, oh, okay, like what is that? And I'm like, oh, it's like in an hour, blah blah blah. Then out of nowhere, I was like, Shia, I have to leave. And he was like, oh, is everything okay? I was like, yes, everything's fine. I hung up him. I ran back to the hotel, threw my pants off because I shit myself and I didn't tell him, okay? And I was like, changing my underwear. I was changing everything. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, went out to dinner, did all the stuff that I needed to do. 5 years later passed. And I'm like, hey, Shia, remember that one time that I had to hang up on you really bad and I never told you? And he was like, did something happen? Like, what happened? I never knew what happened. Yeah. And I was like, I shit myself and I didn't want to tell you.
Like he's thinking that like something terrible's happened. Like your sister's like trapped in like a fucking
He thought that I got in a really bad argument with my mom or something like that. And he was like, yeah, I'm just going to let her like figure it out or whatever. But I just shit myself.
Surprise, you just shit your pants. So
I just shit my pants.
That's great.
So you.
Thanks.
I don't have any bad vacations except for if you count just being in Myrtle Beach in general, just being bad. So yeah, I went there and then someone stole our bikes. So that's it.
I never had a bad vacation either. I'm kind of spoiled.
Like a bad family vacation?
No. The closest thing was I went to Las Vegas when I was a like tween. I wasn't old enough to like enjoy Vegas. I was just there.
Right.
And we went out to like the desert outside of Vegas to see the stars at night because it's really pretty because there's no light out there in the desert. And then unrelated to that, still out there though, I saw a mouse on the ground and I caught it and held it and I was like, oh, I got a mouse, look, haha. And then it bit my finger and I spent the rest of the weekend thinking that I had rabies.
Oh my God. Why did you pick it up?
Because it was so cute and little.
Okay, well, that side of the table
with it.
has good family bonds or whatever.
Well,
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, no, I feel like my complaint was I had to go to Disneyland and it wasn't quite as fun as I would have liked because I was
all right,
on a leash.
Give me a second, guys. One second. Hold on, give me a second.
Okay.
I'm trying to... Oh.
She's
yeah,
leaving
the other
again.
one.
I miss
She's
Bob.
just leaving again. She walked away.
Technically, there was another
It's just
time.
me with
I
bad
wa-
family
You have
bonds.
us. We're your family now.
I want a trip to Queensland. Listen, I have another story. I want a trip to Queensland, but I won it when I was like 12, about to turn 13. And we went to this Nickelodeon themed hotel and you could only go on the playgrounds and the cool stuff if you were like 12 and under. And I just turned 13. So I won a trip to Queensland and then I couldn't do any of the fun stuff that was part of the package of the things that I won. That was kind of
That's
just, and I was like at the window with like
bullshit.
my arms behind my back, just like staring at the window like, damn.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, this was a fun question for Buff.
I'm coming back.
I missed you.
I have
I missed
another
you too,
burning
Pookie
question
Bear.
that the community is
Yes.
just dying to ask.
Oh boy.
Someone asked, do any of you have a favorite fursuiter?
Huh?
My friend Sozin is my favorite fursuiter.
I'd say Buff is my favorite fursuiter now.
Yeah, I would say
I wish
it's
I
you
had an
because
answer for that.
I don't know any other fucking fursuiters. I'm gonna be real
Thanks,
with
guys. I did have a fursuit.
you. Yeah.
You
That's
have
true.
one. Actually, you have one now. Yeah.
If you guys don't know, the reason why I said Sozin because Sozin is our number 4th episode thumbnail.
Yes.
So he's my favorite fursuiter.
Mm.
Yes.
True.
Thumbs up.
People are also asking, and like this is just like a general question, but people are like, when does VchiBan do like public appearances? Like what conventions do they go to and stuff?
Well, I would say Rose is the only one that really doesn't do public appearances.
Yeah.
The rest of us have done them, and I would say the top 2 is TwitchCon and Anime Expo. We definitely will show up at.
Those are givens.
Other than
Those
that,
are
it's
always
kind of
really
like
fun.
it's kind of floated around. I don't really know. Just keep an eye out.
I'm
Check
shy.
our
Also-
social medias.
Also, Shia, check out VchiBan.com because normally we say it on there as well. You can find
True.
anything on VchiBan.com. You can find our podcasts, our animations, our games, our whenever we're doing stuff, everything.
True.
Also,
Ooh.
I will say this, although
Bam.
willingness will vary. You can say to conventions like, "Oh, I want to see this guest come." So then, and then that would make it easier for us to attend because then they would potentially help us pay for the costs of hotel and flight. Because realistically, when we go to conventions, it's like on our own dime, unless the convention is like, "Oh, we want to," like, I don't know. There's like logistics behind the scenes of that. Ideally, eventually, we can just go to whatever we want whenever we want. But yeah.
Yeah. I will say, though, I think this year we're going to kind of chill on the conventions a bit just because
Yeah.
last year was a lot. We did a lot of conventions. So probably Anime Expo and TwitchCon, definitely for sure. I really want to go to TwitchCon EU.
I would
think
love
that'd
to
be
do
really
TwitchCon
fun.
EU.
So
I think that'll be
hopefully,
fun.
hopefully we'll work
Scary,
on
but
so.
fun.
Nah,
I
it'll be
want to
fun.
explore
Nah.
more in the EU. There's just so much to do. Like, I wish I had just a chunk of free time and just a chunk of money to just hop around a bunch of little European countries.
You do. We
Just
can make a
explore.
vlog. Let's go do it.
Yeah, honestly, we
Vici
could do that.
vlog.
We could do that
vlog.
because as long as we have a good enough like system to stream while we're on the move, like you can do that.
Yeah.
We could.
That'd be fun.
Knee surgery boy.
But first, we have
Yeah.
to do the Bass Pro Shop.
That's
I
true. That's
know.
true. That's true. We
First
have to
vlog.
do
God.
That's the
that.
first
I
vlog.
bring
Next
it
time we
up
get
every
yeah.
Candy over, but we all have to do it.
Well, Candy's
We all
moving
have
this
to.
year, so
Yeah.
it's not the next time
That's
Candy
true.
comes over. It's when Candy moves
Dude,
over.
that's its own fucking kettle of emotional fish. Jesus. Anyway.
So who would you say? Another community question. Whose
Uh-huh.
community out of us, whose community is the most down bad?
Rose.
Rose's
Me?
community?
Yeah.
What?
You guys literally have
Really?
sex talks like every other day. I literally raid you all the time. You're like, okay, well, like, so this BSM item, so you technically wouldn't want to like put it on like, and then everyone's like, yes, I totally use that all the
That's not
time.
down bad. That's just being interested in sexual wellness.
I
That's
think
down
Buff's
bad.
community is the most down bad.
Me too. I think Bob's is.
Excuse me,
Everyone
you're
comes in.
100.
Yeah, she
Excuse
is
me,
just
you're
numb to
100%
it
right.
now. She's just numb to it now.
Thank
I'll
you.
literally be hanging out on her stream and someone's like, "Oh, mommy, you're so hot," and she'll be like, "Haha, thanks." So, anyways, I just don't think.
What
she
am I
sees it
supposed
all
to
now.
say? What am I supposed to say? Be like, fuck you, bitch. Like,
That's what I
Well,
say.
I'd hope not. Yeah, that's what you get when you go to Candy streams.
I just say, thanks. Thumbs up.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Really
I'm not,
appreciate
like,
that.
I will say that my community is definitely full of perverts, like affectionately.
Is
and
that the same thing?
No, because being down bad is being like horny for the streamer, right? And I've kind of taught my
No.
chat to be like
I was just gonna say, I don't think
disgusted at
so.
my flirtation.
No.
No?
We're not talking down bad for the streamer. That's like I think you know
Oh, you mean down bad? Okay, no, then
just
it's
like
probably
just
minor
like
buffs.
whores.
Yeah, no,
That's why Buff's
never mind.
community is that.
Yeah, sorry. Any honey buns listening, you're all a bunch of perverts, but you know that, and you just stand proud and don't let anyone shame you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My community,
And don't
my
forget
work
coconut
colleagues.
oil.
Sorry,
Work colleagues?
we're work colleagues. Yeah, they're my interns. So that's just you know.
For Shia, I just feel like they're at the gay club and they're just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a given. It's just like
Yeah.
whatever. If something ends up in my mouth, it's fine. It's whatever. It's just you just keep going.
Actually real.
know?
Yeah.
It's
True.
it's so true.
Yeah.
True.
Dude, when I used to oh my god, yeah. Anyway.
Wait, I'm sorry. Why can't you?
What?
When
I'm so, are you so
when I used
what?
to be at the club,
When I used to be at the
Yeah,
gay
I
club, there were
used
so
to-
many
I
things in my mouth.
No, dude, oh my god. Have I never okay. When I was like 9 I think like 18 to 19 and then maybe like 23 to 25. I used to go clubbing like every weekend and got like really super drunk and I made out with like I would say I've made out with probably over 200 people. Like I've made out with so many people because I would just make out with like 5 people at any given like I'd be like making out not have sex with and not do anything like beyond just like making out, but yeah, I made out with lots of people.
That's
Is this not
crazy.
known?
No, I mean, I knew,
Oh
but
my god.
Yeah,
I didn't know, but I kind of assumed.
I would just like, especially at gay clubs, like, cause you just like a girl to like make eye contact, and you're just like, hey, what's up, and then you just make out, and then you're like, oh, great.
that's
I
how
feel
you
like
do
such
it.
a prude now.
that's so good.
I don't know if it was good. I was really ugly up until I was like 18. Sorry.
Indeed.
Hey.
No, it's true. It's true.
God.
Yeah.
Well, also, like, you can drink in Australia when you're, like, 18, right? Like, that's, like, the whole thing. Yeah. Makes sense.
Wait,
mean,
how many people have you guys made out with?
Made out with?
Yeah.
Definitely not 200.
Definitely not.
I'm just talking like
more like
'cause-
400. No.
maybe like 150. I don't know about
I'd say, like, 50, maybe.
I'm
That's
definitely
Made, yeah, I feel like made out with, yeah. Banged, like, 20.
no, like
Am I the
and some of them were
prude
just
here?
like a kiss, like you just kiss and then you're just like, okay, bye.
Yeah, that doesn't
That's
count.
not making out.
Well, in that degree of also
You
just
should at
usually
least
at
kiss on the
clubs.
mouth.
Oh yeah, that was all kisses on the mouth, but
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Shia, I think you and I are, like, in the same, right? Like,
Yeah, somewhere in the same
somewhere
ballpark.
in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
What, Rose? Are you learning that?
What, Rose? We like kissing people.
Why am I the
We like
prude?
smooching, and
you're
you can't hold me
demisexual?
back with your Christian
I
mouth beliefs.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm too much of a fuckboy.
I feel like it's
People's
under
emotions.
20 for me. It's well under 20. It might
Well,
no.
Roses has the
Is
lowest
it
body
10?
count.
Is it under 10? I don't know. It's somewhat. I
That's
don't
fine.
know. What the fuck? Why is everyone else kissing a bunch of bitches?
I
Better
got things to
question.
do.
Where's my
Why
kisses?
did my friend in college still kiss his dad on the lips when he was 21?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is he
because
Italian?
I'm just saying. No.
Is he white?
You very.
I feel like, sorry, every time I see a video of someone doing that, it's like the most like typical like southern like white guy where he's just like, yeah, I kissed my son on the mouth here, what of it? Like every single time.
It was like a quick little thing. It was like, I love you, daddy, goodbye. And then they just kiss on the lips. It was like real quick, super nonchalant, happened right in front of me. I
Oh.
think 2 or 3 times because I just happened to be around that at many times that it happened. And I just think, I'm like, when's the last time I kissed my dad on the mouth?
Probably not for a
Yesterday,
very
but,
long time.
But
What?
it was different. What were you saying?
So so my papa, my grandpa, I'll kiss him. I'll do like the Spanish kiss where I kiss him on the cheek and I go
Sure, but that's cute.
like, love you, papa. So I do that. But that doesn't count.
That's different though. Last community question. They wanted
Okay.
to know MILFs or DILFs.
Yes.
Ooh. Well,
Yes.
as all of us being pansexual,
The answer's
uh,
yes.
yeah, the answer is yes.
But
the
they
answer
can't
is
actually
yes,
have kids.
but
If they
I
have kids,
feel
it's
like-
over.
But what, Shia?
But I feel like a good MILF is like goes a long way, whereas like a DILF is just a guy where you're like, I could probably fix that. You know, it's just I think it's easier to find a DILF where you're like, shit,
think
he hasn't
Candy's the
showered for like 3
opposite.
or 4 days. So
Kenny likes fucked up men.
okay, so are we just gonna start calling things out for? Well, you guys want to know what else Candy likes? So we can just start.
That would be fun. We try and like pin stuff on other people and
Oh, God.
like reading each other basically.
Try me.
Oh, Yeah.
You just like praise. You just like people being nice to you and like comfort.
It's true.
And like
True.
and you don't like being degraded and you don't like people being
True.
mean to you and you don't like any of that, like anything hardcore in particular ways. But
Yeah.
I feel like
Mm-mm.
but definitely pet
True.
play. That we already know.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about this before. I
Don't
know
make
that
that
about you.
face. You
sorry.
absolutely, you're that kind of person. Don't.
No, it's okay.
Uh-uh.
I'm right there. I'm just not going to be shocked by it.
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
hope
okay.
you're there.
Listen, I know what's in my closet. Okay,
She's like,
listen.
"Pet-
I don't.
Whoa.
She's like pet playing with herself. You just like, there
Just
she
standing
goes
there like-
again.
There she goes. She's barking out in the backyard all by herself. She'll come back in. It's starting to
All right,
rain.
do another question because I feel like we're just all gonna be like, yes, love all that because we're all pansexual, so it's really easy for us just to be
If
like,
you
yes.
were in manga, anime, or like a show, what genre and story would you want to be a part of?
What's the one that's like really fucking depressing and like emo, like Wolf's Rain and like Full Monogamous?
Oh,
This
That
is
one.
drama.
of it.
That's a
God.
drama. It's like 90s like depressed. Like, where are you? Like, that's me. I want to be there.
Okay.
I want to watch my dad die and then be like, I have to avenge him and get this cool superpower. And then that's going to be me.
It's okay. It's fine, Rose. Honestly, it's fine.
I want to be in a romance slice of life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that fits you. I feel like I'll get stuck with I'll be the isekai boy, where I'll just get sucked to a different world and I have to have some stupid purpose that
The
has been done a million
dragons.
times already.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck a bunch of dragons. I'm gonna fall in the dragon world.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know
You
my
got
purpose.
you.
That's my anime boy purpose. I get isekai into dragon world, and I'm the only human, which makes me valuable.
I'm letting Shia.
There's
What the fuck?
isn't there
I
a
want-
game about that?
Oh.
Shia's
know.
having a moment. I feel like at
Wait.
least 20 minutes of this episode
Wait.
is just Shia talking about how much he wants to fuck a dragon.
Wait.
Sorry.
I want
No,
my
you're
slice
good.
of life romance to be a Yuri harem, and I want the harem. And I want them to all be hot and dominant.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, thank you. That's all. Thank you.
okay, cool.
Easy.
Okay. I was just gonna say my issue is the anime slice of life that I'd like to be in is Bocce the Rock specifically, because it's just cute girls in a band, and that is basically
I
what Rose just
love
described.
That
But also, that's just what
series so
VchiBan
much.
is. So
True. VchiBan.
Cute
I
girls in a
relate
band.
to Bocce so much.
yes, you yeah.
VchiBand.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like you're Bocce and I'm the blue head chick, the one
You
that's like
are the blue haired chick.
yeah, and then Buff is a yellow haired girl, and then
Shy is the redhead. Yes.
yeah.
Absolutely yes.
I've
know
never
about-
seen
you know-
this, so I don't. Yes, I agree.
It's perfect. It's absolutely
It's-
fucking perfect.
I think if you watch it through
Give
the
me my
lens
mango
of it's
box.
just
Yes.
yeah. But if you watch it through the lens of it's just VchiBan, it kind of makes sense because it's literally just like four friends
Yeah.
come together and work on a project and like okay guys, we
Yeah.
gotta like
That is
we gotta
us.
do advertising. We gotta work out like merch outfits. We gotta work out like how we're gonna get
We do
this
that.
event.
We do
Like, that's-
that.
Yeah,
You
so
need to watch
basically-
it. It's literally us.
Yeah. So then I feel like I should pick something else because Bush of the Rock is literally just my life already.
Yeah.
I want to say like Howl's Moving Castle or like anything Ghibli, but like the
Ooh,
Kiki's Delivery Service, like
Oh,
that.
Kiki's Delivery Service.
Yeah,
Oh, I love
where
Kiki's
it's like
Delivery
cozy,
Service.
little bit of magic, but not
Oh.
like too much, and there's no like
I wanna
world-ending
be a
shit
part of
happening.
that.
Whimsy.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
whimsy, good food.
I want to be part of that.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
see, yeah, come with me, Buff. Fuck your like
Wait, I
sad
wanna
Full Metal
go.
Alchemist place. Shia,
Yeah, but
I
I'd
don't want
be-
to take you.
but
away
I would
from
be
this
so
right
bad.
now.
No, don't take
Badass.
me from mine. I'm fine where I'm at. I'll be scales deep.
Can I be my emo Wolf Rain person, but I just come to your bakery and I sit there and drink coffee every day?
That feels like it could be a
Yes.
well.
There's
don't
darkness
wanna-
inside
I don't
me,
wanna
but
say
Candy makes
too
me
much.
a cup of brew every day.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, Buff.
Thanks.
A cafe where werewolves go. That's great. Anyway, moving
Yeah,
on.
I would love that. That's what me.
Mm. I could see that though. That'd be really cute.
Me.
And the plot is to make you like not leave and stop going back to
Yeah.
the sad place.
Make me don't go home.
To make me don't go home.
What's there waiting for you at home? Oh, I don't know.
Something bad.
What
you see
is
that-
it?
I
I
showed
don't
you the
know.
Christmas ornament, right? Which is like him on the zip line.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that. Wait, what?
What are you guys talking
editor put in a
about?
picture. I'm typing really quickly.
Don't
Editor,
type.
Don't
I'm
type.
typing.
Just don't. You
Why
don't need to.
can't
You
we
don't need to
just cut
show
it?
it. We've
Don't
seen
type
it.
it.
We know where it is. You don't
Buff
have to do
has
it.
What the
Seen
fuck
it.
are you guys talking about?
It's a Tim Robinson. The I Think You Should Leave show where
Oh, that
it's just a
show!
skit
The one with-
where they
oh,
made
you
an
guys showed me
ornament out of
that.
him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was
I
cool.
want to leave.
Good questions.
Episode
Good
6.
questions.
Good
Thank
questions,
you,
Candy.
community.
Good questions.
Good
I
questions,
asked
Candy.
quite a few more, but like they were some of them that we already kind of answered on previous ones. Like, where did you
Aw.
meet, and like, how did you do this? So, but that I mean, everyone was very nice, and
Yeah.
everyone just like asking some
Yay!
questions. Join
go
the
back.
VchiBan community Discord so you can join in on silly little things like that and other things for other stuff that we're doing because we do a lot of things outside of just the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
People make lots of good memes about how depressing I am.
That's
And
true.
the fact that
Seeing.
you need a bed.
True.
That's
Yeah.
True. Bed fund.
Bed
fund.
fund.
Someone just banged on my door.
We
I
can call
heard
it a
that.
bed
I
fund.
actually heard it. Are you okay? Do you need to check on that?
Probably should. Episode 6. Let's see
Episode
episode,
Episode
7.
6.
Thanks for
Yeah.
coming.
Wait,
Goodbye, guys.
wait,
Oh,
we're ending it right now?
I thought. Well,
Already?
I thought that's what you were doing.
Oh.
Can you
I
sit
think
at
we
the
still,
door?
we still have significant time left.
Do we?
Yes. Rose, what's your current obsession?
POE 2.
Path of Exile 2. Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, that's true. You literally snuck away at a party the other day just to go play and talk about Path of Exile.
Yep.
I
you
did,
serious?
and then when we came out of
Yep.
we can say we're with Sozin, right?
Oh yeah.
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 Me and Sozin went into his room with like that he has his computer in, and we were just talking about
office.
POE 2, his office. And everyone else was still like partying, doing all their stuff, like yada yada yada. And me and Sozin like finish up talking about and looking at POE 2 and come out of Sozin's office. And I swear, Buff, the look on your face, you look like you just caught two people like fooling around at a party.
I literally was like,
yeah, and I
"How
just
was
like,
Path of Exile?"
yeah, I was just like,
So funny.
my bad.
I know what you were doing in there.
I know what you guys were doing in there.
I felt so caught.
The two, like, I would say gayest. Aside from.
Well, it was just so funny because they both had like glasses of wine and they were like, and they like walked in there. So I was like,
I didn't have wine. I only tried your wine.
well, whatever you had a glass of something.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I had a glass of water. You were right. I'm wrong.
I know I am.
Shut up.
That's not a trauma response we should examine.
What?
No, don't read into that too much.
Not you, Rose. Rose, not you for once. Her.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm right. I'm right.
Not
Holy
me
fuck.
for once. Yay.
Yeah, no,
Candii?
no. Yes, Shia?
Current obsession? What is it?
Do you know what I got last night? And I
What?
fucking love it. And I've been wanting it for a long time. And I sent pictures of it to Rose.
What?
I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's like a lo-fi study app thing that's on Steam. It's by like Moon City Publisher. Basically, it's like those like lo-fi girl listening to music things, but you like collect pets by setting different times of day, and you can like decorate the room differently, and you can do like
Yeah.
Pomodoro, so it's like you can set timers like 15 minutes and then 5-minute break.
You literally found me in that game. It's fucked
Yeah,
up.
I found a pet that's like a slime blob that just like collects stuff. That's like green. It's like not even green. It's like teal. It's like Rose's. It's like if Rose's head was a slime.
Yeah,
Literally Rose.
basically.
It's really cute though because you can pick like different colors and like different decor options, and they're doing like a kitchen variant. It's really cute.
It's super cute. And they have Tetris in it.
They do well. You don't get to play Tetris, but yeah, if there's like you can choose if like your character is like reading or like
Oh.
drawing, or you like pick the task that the character is doing. It's like
I see.
how people do like parallel like working and stuff like that. So it's kind of like you set up a digital equivalent. It's really
Oh,
cute.
that's cute.
And you
That's
can set up
fun.
different atmospheres like rain and storms.
Dope.
Yeah.
Buff looks like she's sleeping.
Oh, I noticed that I could flex my pec muscles, so I was doing that.
You're wiggling.
I love how
What's
they
your
listen
current
to me.
obsession?
Marvel Rivals.
True.
That's true. We all know it.
I like Marvel Rivals.
I like it too, but then things like ranked last night happened, and then I don't know if I like
Well,
it anymore.
Well, it's just that, like, okay, so this is, as someone
yeah.
who's played League before, okay, I know you guys have, okay, I'm not saying that you haven't, but I know that we're at the end of the season. It's literally 3 days away, which what ends up happening at the end of a season, people make a shit ton of Smurf accounts, and they try to speed run as fast as they can go on those Smurf accounts through the rankings. So at the end of each season, it's like a shit
Right.
show. So like that's why when we're doing ranked and like, you know, and it's low level, it's gonna feel like a shit show because that's what everyone's doing. But next, like literally on Friday, we're gonna do ranked and it's gonna be like completely like normal. Like it's just gonna be like everyone's just like starting off. It's gonna be like people are gonna get ranked where they get ranked, and it's just gonna be like back to where it's at. So
Yeah.
it's just a shit show right now because I know that's what's happening because people do that all the time, which is fun, but like it sucks for people that like just want to just rank to rank. But that's what happens at the end. So it's a shit show right now. But that's my favorite section with Marvel Rivals, which I honestly didn't think I would be obsessed with because I don't like Marvel movies. I am not a Marvel movie person.
Me
I
neither.
like the shows. The shows are fun, and I like superheroes. But the Marvel movies, I just can't stand because it's always like, yeah, my girlfriend doesn't. She doesn't know about my secret life. Oh, and then my mom gets taken away. Oh no, and then I have to go save my mom, and then my mom dies, and now at least I have my girlfriend, and I defeated the bad guy. And it's like, I don't care. and it's
All I
always the
know
same.
is that the characters in that game are so fucking hot. There's
'cause
so
they're
many hot
superheroes.
characters in
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah, they're
true.
superheroes. Superheroes are hot.
Everyone's like super sculpted, just like
Mm-hmm.
baddies. It's
Yeah.
really, it's good.
Well, they kept to the style, which I really like because I love the way that Marvel comics look, where they're very sculpted and like thick lined and like I love the line art in comic books of Marvel comic books, and they just
Yeah.
kept it, so it makes me really happy. Yeah, I don't know. I like the aesthetic and I like the way the playstyle is. I just don't really like the movies, but the shows are great.
Bonus side note, Creature Commandos, really good. It's a DC TV show. It's all about it's like Suicide Squad, but it's like non-human monsters like fighting stuff instead, and it's really, really good.
Oh, but it's
Oh.
DC though, right?
Yeah, but it's still like it's still good. Like it's I don't know. It's because I've been watching Invincible, and Invincible is I don't like Invincible very much, but I'm watching it.
I liked the first season, and the second season's
I don't
Yeah.
like the art style. I find it very stiff.
it is very
But-
stiff.
But,
Well, the first season, actually, they hired a whole bunch of hentai artists. So, like, the first couple of episodes, or like, I don't know how many episodes, it's like first 6 or 7, are like super good. And then after that, it just like kind of like, because they don't work with those people anymore. Or maybe it was the second season where they got rid of them. They got rid of them somewhere, and now it feels really stiff. So,
yeah.
I agree.
But I
think
was
it
just
feels
saying,
very stiff.
if you, I'm saying to you guys as well, Creature Commandos is really fucking pretty and it's really good.
Ooh, Shia, can we watch that together? Unless you're going to watch it without me?
Yes.
That'd be cool. Shia, what's your most recent obsession?
I don't have any obsessions.
Yes, you do.
Knee
Pretty
surgery.
hollow right now.
Dragons?
My knee surgery. Yep. That's my current obsession is
No,
I'm
you
all
were
about
you wanna,
knees, baby.
You
I
were
love
playing House
knees.
Flipper the other day, and you were or the
Playing
other
what?
week. House Flipper.
House
You were like
Flipper?
super excited
I
about
like
it.
once.
Oh,
Well, I wouldn't say that's an obsession. I'm telling
Also,
you,
why
how many
does Shia not
obsessions.
watch a show with you?
because he always watches shows when he's working, and so I'll be like, I want to watch that, and he'll be like, I watched it already, and I'll be like, oh, okay.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I won't go out of my way to watch.
Because you don't
stuff.
watch shows or movies or anything, so I just end up doing it by myself.
Yep. Sure.
You don't. When?
I
What's
opened
the
up a
last
can
show
I
you
didn't
watched
mean
by
to. I'm
yourself?
sorry.
Because this is my logic is
Candy,
that
I'm scared.
I'm not going to go out of my way to watch a show because I don't like watching shows by myself. So I always wait for Shia
Right.
to be
So
like,
you
hey,
don't
there's a
watch
show.
shows.
Hey, there's a show that comes out. Like, do you want to watch it? And like, I'll hear about a show and I'll be like, oh, I really want to watch that. And then Shia's like already done with it. And I'm
Right.
like,
I made
So-
a mistake.
But if there's something that hasn't come out yet and you're like, hey, let's watch that, then I always wait. It's only happened like twice where you don't watch
it's
shows.
happened. it's happened.
like
Like,
twice. Give me an example.
yeah, okay, toxic
Oh my
man.
god, you did not just say that.
Give me an example. Give me an example.
Give me an example. I can think of one.
Okay, I don't. That side of the table can just stop talking.
Guys,
Zeros,
episode 6.
Zeros
Episode
are fine.
6.
Guys,
Episode
thank you
6.
so much for joining us on episode 6 here of VchiBan. Be sure to check out our VchiBan socials as well as VchiBan.com, our VchiBan Fansly page, and use code VchiBan at checkout for 10% off with GamerSupps.
Are
We'll
we
see
still
you
gonna
guys
watch that?
next
Are we
week.
gonna watch the
Thanks
show
for-
though?
What?
What?
Can we still watch that show though?
Yeah.
Creature Commandos.
All right, thanks for coming by, guys. Bye.